running through the park. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I want to remind you of something powerful today. Everything in life begins within. If you can build your inner strength, if you can anchor yourself in discipline, patience, faith, and resilience, no matter what storms rage on the outside, you will remain unshaken. The world may test you, people may misunderstand you, and situations may try to break you. But the strength you cultivate inside will determine whether you bend or whether you rise stronger. Life is not about controlling everything around you. It's about mastering yourself. When you build inner strength, success, peace, confidence, and wisdom follow naturally. Everything else in life, relationships, career, dreams, and happiness, becomes a reflection of the power you carry within. Life is not a straight road. It is a battlefield of uncertainties, storms, constant changes. One moment everything seems to be under control, and the next moment everything falls apart. It could be financial struggles, sudden loss, broken relationships, betrayal, or even unexpected failures. Most people get crushed under such storms because they rely only on external circumstances to give them stability. But here's the truth. If your foundation is built outside of you, you will always be at risk of collapse. Think of a tree during a violent storm. The winds blow, the rains pour, branches break, and leaves scatter everywhere. Some trees fall because their roots are shallow, weak, and ungrounded. But the trees with deep, strong roots remain standing tall, even after the storm passes. That's what inner strength is. It's the invisible root system that holds you firm when life tries to uproot you. When chaos comes, people without inner strength panic, complain, or collapse in despair. But those with inner strength remain calm. They don't deny the storm. They don't get swept away by it either. They breathe, they assess, they adapt, and they hold their ground. This stability is not the absence of problems. It is the ability to stay centered even while surrounded by problems. Inner strength acts as a spiritual anchor. Imagine being a ship on a raging sea, waves crashing, winds howling, and darkness surrounding you. Without an anchor, the ship drifts uncontrollably, maybe even wrecks on the rocks. But with a strong anchor, the ship stays steady until the storm passes. That's how inner strength functions. It anchors your heart and mind when life feels unbearable. This stability doesn't just protect you, it also inspires others. When your family, friends, running through the park, or community see that you are calm while everything is falling apart, you become a pillar of hope. You radiate strength to those who are weak. You give courage to those who are fearful. Your stability becomes their stability. But remember, this strength doesn't appear overnight. It is built daily, in silence, through challenges, discipline, and faith. Every hardship you've endured, every trial you've survived, every pain you've overcome, these have all been building your inner strength. The storm is not meant to destroy you, to reveal the strength you didn't know you had. So when chaos comes, don't panic. Stand firm. Tell yourself, I am rooted, I am grounded, I am anchored. Because the truth is, storms will always come. But if your strength is within, nothing can shake you. You may bend, you will not break. You may stumble, but you will not fall apart. Inner strength ensures that when the storm ends, and it always ends, you will still be standing stronger than ever before. Fear and self-doubt are the greatest enemies of human potential. They do not come from outside. They live within. You can have all the talent, all the resources, and all the opportunities in the world, but if fear whispers in your ear, you're not good enough, you're not ready, you will fail, and you believe it, then you'll remain stuck exactly where you are. Fear paralyzes more dreams than failure ever will. Think about it. How many times have you hesitated to take a step forward because fear told you, what if it doesn't work out? How many opportunities have you let slip away because Doubt said, "You're not worthy of this." How many times have you looked at others and thought they are more capable, more confident, more talented, while underestimating yourself? This is the silent war inside the human mind, and it is a war that can only be won with inner strength. Inner strength is what allows you to face fear head on. It does not mean you will never feel afraid. It means you will not let fear control your actions. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the decision to move forward despite it. Inner strength whispers louder than fear, saying, yes, you may be scared, but take the step anyway. Yes, you may doubt yourself, but try anyway. Yes, you may fail, but rise anyway. Let me give you a picture. Fear is like a shadow. It looks bigger than you, it looks threatening, but it cannot harm you. If you keep running from it, it grows larger and follows you everywhere. But the moment you turn around and face it, you realize it has no real power. Turning point, that ability to face the shadow, is inner strength. Self-doubt, on the other hand, is like a thief. It robs you quietly, steals your confidence, your creativity, your courage until you are left empty. Many people fail not because they lacked the ability, because they allowed self-doubt to convince them they had no ability at all. Inner strength stops that thief at the door. It tells you, I am capable. I may not know everything, but I am willing to learn. I may not be perfect, but I am enough. I will not let doubt steal what I am destined to achieve. When you build inner strength, you rise above fear and doubt. You begin to act, to speak, to move with a quiet confidence that says, I may not have all the answers, but I will figure it out. I may stumble, but I will not quit. That confidence does not come from the applause of others. It comes from the fire you have built inside your soul. Remember this, every person you admire today, every leader, every achiever, every role model, once battled with fear and doubt. The difference is, they didn't allow those feelings to paralyze them. They tapped into their inner strength and kept moving forward. And if they could do it, can you? So, the next time fear tries to stop you, remind yourself fear is just a test, doubt is just a lie, and my inner strength is greater than both. Step forward boldly, even if your knees are shaking. Because courage is not about being fearless, it's about refusing to let fear decide your future. Inner strength makes you unstoppable, because once you conquer fear and self-doubt within, nothing outside can conquer you. We live in a world that worships speed. We want instant success, instant recognition, instant wealth, and instant results. We scroll endlessly because we are addicted to quick entertainment. We quit when things don't happen on our timeline. But here is the truth, anything valuable in life takes time. Success, wisdom, character, even love, they are not microwaved, they are slow cooked. And the bridge that carries you from where you are to where you want to be is built with patience and discipline. Patience is the ability to endure delays without losing hope. Discipline is the ability to remain consistent without giving up. Both are impossible without inner strength. Imagine planting a seed. You water it today, and tomorrow you look at the soil expecting a tree. Nothing happens. You water again the next day, still nothing. Days pass, weeks pass, sometimes even months pass before you see a sprout. Most people give up before the sprout appears. But those who have inner strength keep watering, keep believing, running through the park. Because they know growth is happening underground long before it becomes visible above the ground. That's what discipline is. Discipline is showing up every single day, even when you don't see immediate results. Running through the park. It's waking up early to work on your dream when no one is clapping for you. It's resisting distractions when everyone else is indulging. It's saying no to comfort today so you can say yes to success tomorrow. And discipline is not born out of motivation. It is born out of inner strength. Motivation fades, but strength within keeps you moving when the excitement is gone. And patience. Oh, patience is one of the hardest virtues, because life rarely works on our schedule. You might pray for something today and expect it tomorrow, but life teaches you to wait. You might work hard today and expect success overnight, but life teaches you to persist. Without patience, frustration eats you alive. Without patience, you destroy what could have been beautiful simply because it didn't come fast enough. But with patience, you learn to trust the process. You understand that delay is not denial, it's preparation. Let me tell you this, inner strength teaches you that waiting does not mean wasting. Every waiting season is shaping you, refining you, building endurance in you. Sometimes the reason your dream hasn't manifested yet is because you are still being prepared to handle it. The dream is ready, but you are not, and patience makes you ready. Think about the greatest athletes, leaders, or creators in history. None of them became great overnight. They practiced, trained, got back up, refined their skills, and stayed disciplined for years before the world even noticed them. Wow. What separated them from the rest was not just talent. It was inner strength that gave them the patience to endure and the discipline to stay consistent. So, my friends, if you truly want to achieve greatness, stop asking, how fast can I get there? Instead, ask, how strong am I willing to become in the journey? Because the stronger you are within, the more patient and disciplined you will be. And when you master patience and discipline, nothing, not time, not delay, not difficulty, can stop you from reaching your destination. Remember, this talent may open the door, but patience and discipline will keep you inside the room. Inner strength makes sure you don't just start strong, you finish strong. The world is overflowing with negativity. Everywhere you look, social media, workplaces, schools, even within families, you will find criticism, gossip, judgment, and doubt. It feels like negativity has become the default language of society. And if you don't have inner strength, negativity seeps into your soul like poison, weakening your spirit and stealing your joy. Think about how fragile many people are today. One negative comment ruins their whole day. One rejection destroys their confidence. One betrayal convinces them never to trust again. One failure makes them believe they will never succeed. Why? Because their sense of worth is rooted in what others think of them, instead of what they know about themselves. This is where inner strength becomes a shield. When you are strong within, arrows of negativity cannot pierce you. Words may be thrown at you, but they bounce off. Doubts may be cast on you, but they don't stick. People may try to discourage you, but their opinions do not define your reality. Inner strength acts like armor, thick, unshakable, protective, allowing you to walk confidently even through environments filled with criticism. Let's be real, people will always talk. If you succeed, they will envy you. If you fail, they will laugh at you. If you remain silent, they will assume things. If you speak up, they will judge you. There is no way to escape people's opinions. But here's the good news, you don't have to. You don't need to silence the world. You just need to strengthen yourself enough so their noise does not disturb your peace. Inner strength gives you the ability to separate truth from trash. If someone offers constructive criticism, you have the strength to learn from it without being crushed. If someone speaks out of jealousy or hatred, you have the strength to ignore it and keep moving forward. You stop allowing outside negativity to dictate your inner atmosphere. Let me give you a picture. Imagine your mind as a house. If the windows are broken and the doors are wide open, then every bit of dust, wind, and garbage from the outside will blow in. But if the doors are locked, the windows are sealed, and the foundation is strong, no storm outside can destroy the peace inside. Inner strength is that locked door and sealed window. It protects your inner world from being polluted by the negativity outside. And here's something powerful: negativity is contagious, but so is positivity. When you are strong within, you not only resist negativity, you also radiate positivity. People around you feel your peace. They sense your confidence. Your calmness in the face of criticism becomes an example for others. You stop being a victim of negativity and start becoming a shield for those around you. But here's the truth. This shield is not built in one day. It is forged every time you choose not to take offense when insulted. It grows every time you rise above gossip instead of participating in it. It strengthens every time you refuse to let rejection define you. Slowly, you build an inner resilience that makes you untouchable by the negativity of the world. So remember this: you cannot control what others say running through the park, but you can control what you allow into your heart. You cannot stop people from doubting you, but you can stop their doubt from becoming your truth. You cannot eliminate negativity from the world, but you can build yourself so strong that negativity no longer controls you. That is the power of inner strength. It becomes your shield, your armor, your protection. And when you are shielded from negativity, you walk freely, you dream boldly, and you live in peace regardless of what anyone thinks or says about you. Confidence and self-worth are two qualities every human desires, yet so many struggle to truly possess them. Why? Because most people build their confidence on shaky foundations, on appearance, possessions, achievements, or the approval of others. The problem with this is simple: when those things fade, so does their confidence. If your self-worth depends on how others see you, then the day they stop applauding, you will crumble. This is why so many people live trapped in insecurity, constantly compare themselves with others. Someone is richer, someone is more attractive, someone is more successful, someone is more talented. Comparison eats away at their confidence like rust on metal. They spend their lives chasing validation, trying to prove themselves worthy in the eyes of people who may never even notice them. And deep inside, they still feel empty. But here's the truth: real confidence does not come from outside. It comes from within. Inner strength is the foundation of true self-worth, because it teaches you that your value is not attached to what you do, what you have, or how you look. Your value comes from who you are at your core. You are valuable because you exist, because you carry gifts, because you are uniquely you. No one can add to or take away from that intrinsic worth. When you build inner strength, you no longer seek constant approval. You no longer beg for validation. You no longer need applause to feel alive. You know who you are, and that knowledge alone is enough. And here's the beautiful thing: when you carry yourself with that kind of inner strength, people naturally begin to respect you, not because you demanded it, but because your presence radiates it. Think about the people you admire most. It's not always the loudest or the flashiest ones. Often, it's the person who walks into a room quietly, yet everyone feels their confidence running through the park. It's the leader who doesn't scream for attention, but whose calm strength commands respect. It's the friend who doesn't pretend to be perfect, who embraces their flaws and still stands tall. That is the kind of confidence inner strength creates. Let's look deeper. Self-worth is not about arrogance, it's about acceptance. Arrogance says, I'm better than you. True self-worth says, I don't need to compare myself to you. I am enough as I am. And that's where inner strength transforms your life. You stop measuring yourself against someone else's achievements and start appreciating your own growth. You stop chasing the illusion of perfection and start embracing the beauty of progress. Inner strength also teaches you resilience in the face of failure. When your confidence is built on fragile things, failure destroys you. When your confidence is built within, failure becomes a lesson, not a life sentence. You no longer say, I failed, so I am worthless. Instead, you say, I failed, but I am still worthy. I will learn, I will grow, and I will rise again. That shift is what separates those who give up from those who eventually succeed. And let's not forget relationships. Without inner strength, you will always depend on others to make you feel valued. That dependence breeds toxic attachments because you give people power over your happiness. But with inner strength, you enter relationships already whole. You don't need someone to complete you. You choose to share your completeness with them. That's why strong people build healthier, more balanced relationships. So remember this: true confidence is silent, true strength is calm, and true self-worth is unshakable. When you build your inner strength, you no longer walk with fear of rejection, you no longer crave constant validation, and you no longer question your value. You walk with a quiet, powerful assurance that says, I know who I am, I know what I carry, and I am enough. And when you live with that kind of confidence, everything else follows. Opportunities, respect, peace, and even love. Because people are drawn not to perfection, but to authenticity. And inner strength makes you authentic, confident, and truly free. Everybody wants success. Everybody dreams of achieving something great, living a meaningful life, and standing on the mountain of victory. But here's a truth most people don't want to hear: success is not just about reaching the top. It's about being strong enough to stay there. Many people pray for opportunities, but the truth is, opportunities without preparation can crush you. Success is not only about blessing, it is about pressure. With success comes responsibility. With responsibility comes challenges. With challenges comes temptation. If you don't have inner strength, the very thing you prayed for will destroy you. Look at history, and you'll see it clearly. Many talented people reach fame quickly, but because they didn't have the inner strength to handle pressure, collapsed under the weight of their own success. Some drowned in addiction, others in arrogance, others in fear of losing what they had gained. Their problem wasn't a lack of opportunity. It was a lack of inner foundation. This is why inner strength is so important. It prepares you for the spotlight before the spotlight shines on you. It builds humility so that when recognition comes, you don't lose yourself in pride. It builds discipline so that when opportunities come, you don't waste them. It builds resilience so that when challenges come, and they will, you don't break. Think of success like a skyscraper. The higher it rises, the deeper the foundation must go. Without a strong foundation, the building will collapse when storms hit. Inner strength is that foundation. The world may only see the shining glass windows and the towering height. What keeps it standing tall is buried deep underground. In the same way, people may admire your achievements. What will keep you standing is the strength you've built within, away from the public eye. Inner strength also protects you from the temptations of success. When people rise, they are often tempted by shortcuts, greed, ego, and the need to impress others. But strength within teaches you values, integrity, patience, humility that keep you grounded no matter how high you climb. Because success without character is dangerous. What good is it to reach the top if you lose yourself along the way? Let's talk about responsibility. The higher you rise, more people depend on you. As a leader, as a parent, as a creator, or as an influencer. Success multiplies your responsibility. Without inner strength, that responsibility becomes a burden. But with inner strength, you see it as a calling. You don't collapse under the weight, you carry it with dignity. And let's be real, success will also bring challenges. More eyes on you means more criticism. More influence means more enemies. More opportunities mean more pressure. Without inner strength, success will feel like a prison. But with inner strength, Success becomes a platform, a stage where you shine not because you're perfect, because you are prepared. Remember this: failure tests your persistence, but success tests your character. Character comes only from inner strength. So if you want to be successful, stop obsessing over the stage, the applause, or the recognition. Building your strength in private. Start practicing discipline when no one is watching. Start developing patience when nobody is clapping. Because when the day comes, and it will, when doors open for you, you won't just walk through them. You'll be ready to stay, to grow, and to multiply what you've been given. Inner strength doesn't just prepare you to achieve success, it prepares you to sustain it. And that, my friends, is the difference between those who rise for a moment and those who rise for a lifetime. At the end of the day, after all the striving, after all the chasing, after all the battles and victories, what do we all truly want? It isn't just money or fame or even recognition. What every human heart longs for is peace and happiness. But here's the problem. Most people are searching for these two treasures in the wrong places. They believe happiness will come when they get more money. Believe peace will come when their problems disappear. They believe joy will come when everyone loves them. But the truth is, if your peace depends on external things, it will never last. Because money can be lost, people can change, situations can shift, and problems will always appear. That's why so many people who seem successful on the outside are deeply miserable on the inside. Climb the ladder of achievement, but still feel empty. They've gained recognition, but still battle anxiety. Gained followers, but lost themselves. Why? Because they built everything outside, but never built strength inside. Inner strength is the secret key that unlocks true peace and lasting happiness. When you are strong within, you learn to let go of what you cannot control. You stop obsessing over what people think of you. You stop trying to fix everything around you. Instead, you learn to rest, to breathe, to trust the process of life. Running through the park. This doesn't mean you give up, it means you stop fighting battles that are not yours to fight. That alone brings a peace the world cannot give. Peace doesn't come from a life without storms, it comes from the strength to remain calm in the storm. Happiness doesn't come from perfect circumstances, it comes from the strength to find gratitude and joy even in imperfect ones. Let me give you an image. Imagine sitting in the middle of a chaotic marketplace, noise everywhere, people shouting, movement all around. But within you, there is stillness, like a quiet lake untouched by the storm. That stillness is what inner strength creates. Running through the park, while the world is loud, you remain calm. While others panic, you stay centered. While negativity surrounds you, you carry light within you. Inner strength also teaches you the beauty of simplicity. You no longer need constant distractions, possessions, or approval to feel alive. You discover that happiness is not in the next purchase, the next achievement, or the next relationship. It's already inside you, waiting to be unlocked. You find joy in small things, a sunrise, a smile, a moment of gratitude. And here's the powerful part. When you have inner peace, you become unstoppable. Because nothing rattles you, nothing shakes you, nothing steals your joy. You are no longer a prisoner of circumstances. You are free. Free to live, free to dream, free to be. This peace also makes you a blessing to others. Run it. About it, people are drawn to those who radiate calmness and joy. When you carry inner peace, you don't just heal yourself, you heal everyone around you. Your presence becomes a refuge. Your words carry life. Your energy inspires. You become a light in a dark world. But let's be clear. This peace and happiness do not come automatically. They are built step by step. Every time you choose patience over frustration, forgiveness over bitterness, gratitude over complaining, discipline over laziness. Inner strength is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the more peace and happiness you carry within. So remember this, true peace is not found in the absence of problems, but in the presence of strength. True happiness is not found in the next achievement, but in the strength to enjoy the present moment. When you build inner strength, you stop waiting for life to be perfect before you feel joy. You stop waiting for every storm to pass before you feel peace. Instead, you discover that peace and happiness are not things you chase, they are things you unlock within yourself. And once you unlock them, everything else in life, success, love, purpose, and fulfillment, naturally follows. My friends, life will test you. The world will shake you. People will doubt you. Circumstances will challenge you. But if you build your inner strength, you will discover that nothing outside can destroy what you have fortified within. Because inner strength is not just about survival, it's about transformation. It's what turns storms into lessons, failures into stepping stones, pain into wisdom, and struggles into victory. When you are strong inside, you don't just endure life, you rise above it. You don't just chase success, you attract it. You don't just wait for happiness, you carry it. So stop chasing everything outside first. Build within. Strengthen your roots. Discipline your mind. Guard your peace. Value yourself. And stand firm against negativity. Because when you build your inner strength, everything else, success, peace, love, respect, and happiness, will naturally follow. And in the end, the strongest person is not the one who controls others. It's the one who has mastered themselves. So rise. Build your strength. And watch as everything else aligns with the power you carry inside.